Funko restocked some Funko Pops, and they announced some limited piece New York Comic Con Funko Pops. Should they have done either of those things? Let's talk about it. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. My name is Jeremy. So, the intro pretty much sums it up. We're going to talk about some Funko restocks, and we're going to talk about some announcements from New York Comic Con. We're not going to talk about all the announcements. I just want to talk about the limited piece pops, because apparently it's a problem. And apparently Funko restocking their own product is a problem. So, I really want to talk about this because I don't want it to be like a point fingers thing. I'm not doing that at all. I just want to bring awareness to why the complaints are kind of silly to both sides. So we're gonna discuss it. We're gonna break it down. I'm gonna give you my opinions, and then I'm gonna obviously ask for your opinions. I want to hear how you feel about it too, because I'm not right necessarily. This is just how I feel about it. So I will say some of y'all are upset about both. But you need to make up your minds. Like, are you upset that they restocked, or are you upset that they have limited pieces? Because they're kind of quite a bit different. Some people are like, "Oh, Funko overproduces, and then we need more we need more limited piece pops." And then Funko gives us limited piece pops, and everyone's like, "Oh my goodness, we don't want those because we all want access. There should be more access to." Yeah, you get the picture. So that's the problem. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's start with the restock. Again, not pointing fingers, just kind of giving my insight into this and why I think it's kind of silly that people are upset about both. So Funko restocked a bunch of anime, a ton of anime pops. One Piece specifically, a lot of the ones with the really cool chase variants. They restocked a Demon Slayer Funko Shop exclusive. The Hashira, is it Shinobu? I think is her name. Very expensive pop. It's been holding a very good value. I believe it was around 80 to 100, I think, last I checked. And then some Dragon Ball Z, just a bunch of anime. Apparently, that triggered a lot of people because they liked their expensive pops, which I get. I enjoy a lot of the pops that we have. I enjoy seeing the value increase on them. It's fun to see. There's nothing wrong with collecting for value. Excuse me. Wow, that was incredibly rude. To be honest, I had a glass of orange juice before this, and it was probably a bad decision. But anyways, yeah, there's nothing wrong with your pops holding good value and being excited about it. But I don't have any sympathy for anyone that pays $100 for a brand new Funko Pop without them being aware of the risk that Funko could restock it. A great example of this is Eddie from Stranger Things, the Target exclusive. I saw people pay up to $150 for that Funko Pop. Guess what Target did? Oh, they restocked it. Yeah. Everyone was saying they would restock it. Everyone went nuts for it. So, also, this is going to be really blunt. Funko does not care about the fact that you overpaid for a Funko Pop. They don't care. They don't give a crap about the secondary Funko Pop market. When that pop leaves Funko.com, or when that pop gets sold from a Funko distributor, that's it. They're done with it. They could care less if a online store that buys collections and resells them sold you a pop for $100. They don't care. That's very blunt, but it's true. They are a company that wants to make money. They sold out on a product. They are going to restock it because they know it'll sell out again. Very good example is the Shinobu from Demon Slayer. Guess what? It sold out again. So my point for the restocks is you can't be upset for a company trying to make money. That's Funko's whole point, is they want to make money. They aren't checking PPG and eBay sold listings to see, oh, golly gee, that Shinobu is worth $100. We probably shouldn't restock that because Funko collectors are going to be really upset at us. All they see is, wow, a lot of people really want this Funko Pop that we have a bunch more sitting over in China or Vietnam or wherever they're made. We should ship them here and sell them. We'll make more money. Why not? It's a business. Like that's so it seems very harsh, but my personal advice to you is that if you're going to buy a brand new Funko Pop, pay very close attention to the price because there is a very good chance that it will restock if it's a brand new pop. Then, what I kind of hinted at was Funko gets their product from overseas. It takes a very long time for product to ship from overseas. So for all we know, they could have dropped the first Demon Slayer wave of that Shinobu, for example, or the One Piece ones, and they could have already had more in the works. We don't know that. So I don't blame Funko for selling product that they already had made or already in production. We don't know the logistics behind it, so you can't blame them for restocking. It's harsh and it's blunt, but it's true. Like, a brand new pop most likely is going to, unless it has a piece count listed on Funko Shop, it's probably going to restock. I mean, for Pete's sake, the Order 66 Anakin restocked. Walgreens exclusive had been vaulted for quite a while and it restocked. Like, you can't count anything out when it comes to Funko Pops. That's what I'm saying. So, especially with anime, Funko knows that it's popular. Funko knows that it's going to sell. So, that's my first point. Point number one is the Funko restocks. You can't get upset about a company trying to make money for their company. Like, and yeah, it seems harsh, but yeah, I hate to break it to you, Funko doesn't care about the secondary market. I'm just saying. So yeah, good for Funko for restocking. I sympathize with you if you did overpay for a pop, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to go back up in value. Like there's a good chance that some of these more popular ones, they didn't restock a ton of them. So I think we'll be fine. I just don't see the point of people being so triggered by a company doing what it does. Like, they restocked a product. It was in demand. Yeah, that's it. Number two is the opposite of demand. Limited pieces. So, I've seen quite a few comments about how people are very upset about these limited piece, specifically the Funko Fusion Pops. So in case you don't know, Funko Fusion is a new video game that has Funko characters, and I haven't played it yet. I want to play it. I just haven't yet. But I've been told that it's very similar to like a Lego game. So you play through different levels as Funko Pops, and it seems like a lot of fun. I'm excited to play it. But for New York Comic Con, there are limited piece Fusion Pops. So there's Dilophosaurus, there's a Megan, Skeletor, I think, is one of them. But I know one is a 500 piece, one's a 1,000 piece, and I think another one is a 1,000 piece or 1,500. I could be wrong. But now the opposite issue is that people are mad that they're too limited. So first you have people getting upset because Funko Pops are overproduced and they need to stop overproducing them and it's just all garbage and they need to stop and, oh, they shouldn't have restocked the anime Pops. Like, let people have their rare Pops. Like, I get that. I understand that. I like rare Pops too. But then when Funko announces rare Funko Pops, everyone's like, well, these are too limited. We need more of these because not everybody can get them. Well, you just said you wanted more limited pieces. So do you want Funko to come out with more limited pieces or do you want Funko to continue overproducing Funko Pops? You gotta pick or choose. Like, that's my point of this video. Like, you gotta pick or choose. And to be fair, they can do both. They can overproduce commons and even certain chases and stuff. And then they can still come out with really great, really great limited piece Pops. Both are possible. Funko said a while ago that they want to come back to being more of a collectible company. Coming out with these limited pieces is coming back to being a collectible company. You need limited piece product to be considered a collectible. You might disagree with that, but sure, some things are collectible that aren't super limited, like Lego, stuff like that. Like Lego's not like super limited, but it's still highly collectible. But there is a lot of scarcity to some Lego product. Hot Wheels, shoes, Jordans, all that stuff, it's scarcity. So the same thing goes for Funko Pops. Do you want it to be a collectible company again, or do you want it to just be a shelf filler that goes into clearance eventually? You need limited piece pops for it to be a collectible company. And that's what they're trying to do with New York Comic Con. So I don't really understand the complaints on either side. I think it's great that Funko restocked. It gives people that wanted those anime pops another shot at getting them at a reasonable price. I'm all for that. I'm also very okay with the 500-piece Funko Fusion Pop. It's no different than certain skins. Okay, nobody complains when a Destiny gun is hidden behind hours and hours and hours and hours of grinding to finish certain missions and levels and checkpoints and stuff to get a gun. You're not paying for it in money, but you're paying for it in time. I never got upset when I didn't meet the mark. It's the same thing. It's just not money. So you can't, you can still complain about them, and people are still going to complain about them. You can't make everybody happy. But I personally think that it's really great that they are restocking pops that sold out very fast. And then I think it's great that they're coming out with these very limited pieces. I think it's something that they need, that they've been lacking. Like the last few conventions, we've seen limited pieces of like 4,000. Like that's not limited. That's it's limited, but it's not like super limited. 500 pieces is pretty limited. Like there's a lot of Funko collectors. So to make a 500 piece Funko Pop with the amount of collectors there are, that is going to be a challenge to find. And that's part of the fun of collecting, is the hunt and the thrill. It's like a chase hunt. But yeah, it's going to be a little more expensive, but it's just part of collecting. I hate to say it. I know this video is a little more blunt. And again, it's not to point fingers at anyone or pass blame to anyone. I just wanted to air it out and just get people thinking about how silly it is to complain about both of them. Like, you've got overproduced Funko Pops. Stop doing it. Okay, here's some limited pieces. Oh, we don't want limited pieces. We want overproduced Funko Pops. Well, here you go. Here's overproduced Funko Pops. No, we want limited pieces. See, it's back and forth, back and forth. So I think it's awesome that anime fans were finally able to get ones that they wanted. And I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. And I think it's awesome that we're getting limited pieces for New York Comic Con. I'm super excited. Like, I know Slapshot has brought up the Deadpool, the Zamboni ride. That's 8,500 pieces. That's really cool. I think it's going to be great. I love seeing the piece counts on these pops. I think it's important for Funko to do that. But I also think it's important for them to restock when they know there's a demand for pops that are not initially advertised as a limited piece pop. I hope that kind of clarifies it. If Funko doesn't announce it as a limited piece pop, expect it to restock at some point. That's my warning to you. To sum it up, again, kind of harsh, quit complaining. Just collect. Collect what you love. I love Funko products. I love Funko Pops. I love sodas. I really hope that they're not dead. I really want more sodas. I love commons that are shelf fillers and clearance pops just as much as limited piece pops. I love there's a great combination of both, and you can enjoy both. Just stop complaining, please. Just enjoy the hobby, embrace it, get to know community members, get to know Instagram channels and YouTube content creators, and there's a family out there. But a lot of family members don't like complaining. I know I don't. So yeah, hopefully my opinion was pretty relevant. Like, hopefully my opinion is valued, I guess. I don't know how else to put it, but let me know what you think about it. I'm curious to hear everyone's comments. It's an exciting topic to discuss. That's what we're going to do. We're going to discuss it. I want you to comment down below. Let me know what you think about the restocks, the limited piece counts. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel. Check out the channel membership too. Everything that we get from channel membership goes back into the channel, starting with lighting. I want to improve the lighting, so channel membership is going to help achieve that. So go ahead and check that out. Remember to be kind to each other. Taylor's not here to say smile, so remember to smile and just have a good day.